Hi folks, the Filipino P here. Some of you wish you could move to the Philippines permanently, but you still have to have an income until you're old enough to retire. That can be a problem because you're about as likely to get a job here as you are to find a gold bar in your toilet. And no, I don't want to hear what you did find in there. So if you want to make some cash in the Philippines, you pretty much have to be your own boss. And if you invest in the wrong business, you lose your money faster than a Filipino on payday. Most foreigners end up with a bar or a cafe or a laundromat, but that requires putting a good bit of capital at risk. Well, it just so happens that one of my patrons is doing something completely different, a business that doesn't require an arm and a leg, and is offered to share his secret with us. So get ready to meet my friend Steve, who has his own YouTube channel called Gorman Outdoors. I'm gonna let him explain everything, and I hope you'll check out his other videos. Take it away, Steve!
Hey P, out here at the fish farm. Didn't know if other expats would be interested while they're here in the Philippines. I know there's a lot of talk about starting different businesses, and some start bars, different things like that. Of course, starting any business is risky. I had the benefit of being friends with people that actually run fish farms. They have their own fish farms, so I had that benefit. I just needed to do the financing on it. So here's a look at the fish farms. If you look back at my previous videos, video about how to start your own fish farm, you can kind of see how the ponds look before. This is about a half acre. You can see they're transferring some fingerlings right now. We're getting ready to harvest these fingerlings today. I'll show that. And there's a kubo hut. You want something to store your stuff in, your feeds, pump. And then when they have these nets up like this, they have the fingerlings trapped in there, and then if it's overnight, somebody will sleep there to make sure the fingerlings are okay, nothing gets at them. So yep. Hey P, so when we started this, started with about 4,500 female tilapia and 1,500 males. You usually need about 3 females to every male. So lucky guys, huh? It's really peaceful out here though. I guess the startup would have been the breeders, labor to clean the ponds, just laborers in general. Had to buy a fish nets. Two different styles. There's one for the real small fingerlings and then one for the bigger fish. Bought a pump to pump the ponds dry. Bought a battery operated sprayer to kill any leftover fish you don't want before you fill the ponds again, and then put the breeders in there. So total US dollars, I think about just under 3,000 US dollars. That's including the rent. I leased it for 2 years with an option for 3 more years, which I think I'll probably do. That ran about 30,000 pesos per year. So that's part of the startup cost too. I think the most expensive part of the startup was probably just like I say, the fish net, the pump, the breeders. P, I was saying before about the risks involved. Of course, there's always risk when you start a business. Everybody knows that. The thing about starting a business in the Philippines is the risk is a little lower because the cost comparison is smaller to get a business going. I guess a fish kill would be a bad thing. Like if you got a typhoon and the ponds overflowed, You'd lose a lot of fish that way. You have predators that eat your fish. The cost of fingerlings could go real low. The cost of feed could go real high. Let's take a look. These guys are gonna start moving the fingerlings with the net here to get them down to one end, and then they'll scoop them up and then transfer them. If you look, this is the creek that'll pretty much runs around the pond. You can see the flow there. It's a little high because of the rain ulan we got, but that's what feeds like all these ponds around here. You can see I'm standing at the back of our pond, and there you can just see ponds about as far as you can see. So in this area, Banga, this is what a lot of people do as far as farming goes. They fish farmers. So I don't know if you guys can see or hear, that guy's pumping out his pond, so he's already had harvested his fingerlings and starting over again. That's the next person's pond over there. We have a net up there to keep their, I think they have catfish in there, just to keep their fish in their pond. They don't jump over to eat all of our fingerlings. So a lot of people here raise, I think most people raise tilapia, but some people raise catfish. Maybe you guys are wondering, like, thinking these ponds are pretty deep, but they're maybe 2 to not even 3 feet of water, but there's probably a good 2 feet of mud underneath that. So that's what makes it difficult when moving the net. You have one person that just kind of moves the bottom of the net, keep it real low to the mud, so the fish can't get under it. And here's the tilapia that we have for today's. Don't know if you guys can see them. They're probably maybe 3/8 of an inch long is all. And what'll happen is, you can see a lot of them right where this water's coming out. I don't know if I can get it with the reflection of the sun. Hopefully you guys can kind of see that. So the type of farmers we are with tilapia is we just sell the fingerlings. A buyer comes, they put them in cellophane bags, and then add oxygen to them, so the fingerlings survive the travel. Even when you buy breeders, they give you extra, about 10% extra, just in case any of them die. So that's kind of what they do here. So we'll do the same thing with the fingerlings. We'll give 10% more, and that way if any fingerlings don't make it, you know, it kind of makes up for that. So but they'll bag them, carry them to the truck, put oxygen in them, and then transfer them to their ponds. And I think there's different grow outs. Some maybe grow them out to 2 inches, sell to another place for growing out till they get maybe a kilo and a half. I think that maybe takes about a year. So but there's good profit in just doing the fingerlings. You know, a lot of people think, well, maybe you should grow them out all the way, you know, because then you get more price, you know, selling 1 kilo tilapia compared to selling a whole bag of fingerlings. But when you figure in the cost, the finances of how long you have to feed them, and the cost of the feed and all that, yes, there's money to be made, but you don't get as many harvesting as if you just sell the fingerlings. The fingerlings are like every month we'll harvest. Today we're harvesting 3 different ponds. We're coming up with, I think, over 300 kilos of bags of tilapia. I think that's what the buyer wants. So, yep.
Sa booking. Sa booking ba? Sa booking. Sa katapusan daw, dako-dako to, 500.
Okay, we're set up where the buyer will come, bring a truck. They're getting the cellophane, the bags ready, putting water in them. We'll watch a little bit of that. That just prepares, and then they'll bring down the tilapia, put the tilapia, they'll weigh them out and put them in there.
Ay, dito si Brian, kaya si Kitning kay mahakot, daan ko sila gali. Isa pag turbuhan yung ay daan kami, ay daan ka tulog.
The little assembly line here.
Amo naman to dito.
All the bags they have prepared. Now they run it up to the buyer, and then he'll weigh them out. I think they take a scoop and then put a scoop in each bag. So
Pero pabing bangab na ka. Sakit. Sakit.
other than getting paid, that pretty much concludes the selling of the fish, fingerlings, and the buyer's going to take and he'll grow them out for a year and then sell them probably 1 kilo piece, something like that. Hey B, yeah, I know the $1 million question is what's your returns, how long does it take to get your returns, and so on. So after 50 days was our first harvest. They were able to harvest 214 kilos of fingerlings, which is like 1 kilo per cellophane bag with water and oxygen in it. Second harvest was after 90 days. We were able to harvest 584 kilos of fingerlings. I guess on the first one, 214 kilos of fingerlings, and net profit after everything's paid for and was about 3,500. So not a big harvest. The second harvest, like I say, was after 90 days. It was 584 kilos of fingerlings. Net profit was 19,000. And the net profit is after the labor costs. Includes material, oxygen that they put in with the cellophane, so we had to pay for the cellophane, the oxygen, and then also you buy the feeds for the next month before you harvest again. After about 11 months, my initial investment will be, I'll break even. So that gives me, off a 2-year lease, that gives me 13 months that will be profit. If you're looking for a get rich quick Business, this is not it. This is a long-term investment. Like I was saying, I signed a 2-year lease. I will extend that to 3 more years, which would make a total of 5-year lease. But this will help supplement your income while living in the Philippines. If you look at the 1 month, it was $19,000 profit. I mean, that pays for my Airbnb and groceries for a couple weeks. So I hope this helps. Good luck, guys. Investing in the Philippines, it's a great place to live. We'll talk to you.
Wow, Steve, not bad. So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but those never work anyway. It sounds like you got a solid business plan and it'll actually pay your rent and groceries. And that's just the beginning. I look forward to seeing how far you can take it in the future. Well, thank you so much for sharing your business idea, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more questions about it. So if you want to see more of Steve's channel, go check out Gorman Outdoors. I'll put the link in the description box of this video, and I'll see you fine folks this Friday with another brand new topic. Till then, folks. If you think about it, I'm kinda like a fisherman, helping you get a little nibble on the end of your pole. If you're trying to hook a Filipina, it doesn't matter what line you use, how long your rod is, or even the size of your worm. The important thing is finding the right hole so you can reel in a good one. I can tell you what bait to use to lure a Filipina. And if you get a scammer on the line, I can show you how to smell something fishy so you can throw her back. Now, the best way to get a Filipino fishing lesson is to join my Patreon page, where I hang out in the chat rooms to give you free advice, and where you can also see exclusive videos and features. And remember, there's always more fish in the sea.